now?
Yes, it's okay. I'm sorry.
All right. So my name's Jeremy, from Chicago, USA. This is my first time leaving the United States. I'm a student. I'm a PhD student, 24 years old. This is my fourth city in Russia. So I've been to Moscow, Nizhny, Samara, and Kazan. I'll be going to St. Petersburg in 2 weeks. I'm half Mexican and half Puerto Rican, so I've been supporting the Mexico team, but since they're eliminated, I'll be supporting the French team. What else should I say? I don't know what it.
Can you tell us about your family? Is it big?
Oh, I have a really big family. My mom has 11 siblings, and my dad has 5 siblings.
Sorry, 5 what?
Siblings. So
What is it?
So, yeah, so in America, sibling is when you either have a brother or a sister,
Ah,
you call them a sibling.
I see.
So my mom has 5 sisters and 6 brothers,
Mm.
and my dad has 1 brother and 4 sisters, and in total, I have around 40 cousins in Chicago, and we
Oh,
all get along. It's a really big family.
and all of you live in a very big house.
No, we don't live. No, we all have our own places to live. But in the Mexican culture, Mexican families have really big families, so it's normal.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it's really normal in the Mexican family. But I can't speak Spanish, so it's interesting too.
Why?
I'm not sure. They didn't teach me when I was younger.
Mm.
Um,
Well, and the last question, your plans about life.
my plans are like,
I'm going to fly to the moon one day. Not I'm going, I will fly to the moon.
Let's see. So I'll be getting my PhD in 3 years. Then I'll be a professor at a college.
Why?
I like to do research, so I do research on psychology. Right now, I do research on police policies, so how people behave towards police and their attitudes about police, depending on a different policy. So in America, a big police policy is police body cameras. So having a body camera on a police officer so it can record whenever they're interacting with a person. Because there's been a lot of issues
I see, yeah.
where police officers are hurting people. So I do research on if a police officer wearing a body camera makes people feel more safe, if it makes people support police more, report more crimes, and how that is different between different races. So white people versus black people versus Latinos, how that changes based on their attitudes and their behaviors, and just looking at how we could improve these policies.
That's a great interview. Thank you very much. So you're not going to work with people trying to solve their problems, personal
No.
problems,
No,
to make a research.
No, I'm researching everyday people solve bigger problems, I guess.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
А это я, Яна Сирожединова.
So mine is called social psychology.
Okay.
So sociology looks at different communities. So how this community is different from this community.
I know I've been studying
Yeah.
sociology.
So social psychology looks at how different groups of people from here react differently with different groups of people from here. So not the communities, but how those people themselves interact. So like a police officer is one type of person, and then a citizen like us is one type of person. So how do those people, one with authority and one with no authority, how do they interact with each other? Or how does a black person and a white person interact with each other?
Is that okay that I'm still shooting you?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's great.
So that's kind of thing. Yeah. Do you guys have more questions?
Let me think. I'm not ready. But you're not going to fly to the moon.
No, I'm not going to fly. That would be cool. I don't think I'll fly to the moon.
I see. And what about families like yours? Do they have the same opportunity with average Americans to get higher education?
No. So I'm the first in my family to go to university. So my mom was an immigrant. So she came with her family to the United States when she was 2 years old, but she's the second youngest. So second youngest out of 12. So there was a lot of different ages. But I have two younger sisters and an older brother. My older brother didn't go to university. I'm the first one. Then my two sisters are. But it's very hard, even though there's a lot of opportunities. In America, it's very expensive. And not a lot of people can afford it. So there's a lot of issues with that. And if you're an immigrant and if you don't have money, then it's hard to go to university. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Yes, I see. My brother didn't study at any university, but he is really clever, and I think he could have done it. But I did.
Yeah.
Even two universities.
Okay.
Languages and physics. But I didn't do any research, unfortunately. Sometimes I'm trying. Currently, I'm trying to make a research on, the behavior, the attitudes between people, and I sometimes meet people who are very different from me, and very soon we become enemies. I don't know what to do about this problem, and I'm trying to find a solution. So sometimes it seems to me I need the help of a psychologist.
So this is the thing too. So here to break some stereotypes. So when people think of psychologists, usually they think of people that can read minds,
right,
and stuff. That's not true. There's a lot of different types of psychology.
Therapists and researchers.
Even more. So it's like saying, yeah. So it's
psychiatrists.
So there's community psychology, there's clinical, there's social, there's neuro that looks at the brain. There's a lot. It's like saying if you're a math major, are you studying just algebra, or are you studying just calculus? Like there's a lot of different things. Or if you're in history, are you studying American history, Russian history? So
yes,
similar for psychology. There's a lot of different sections, but everybody thinks of the reading minds because I think it's the most popular and people are just interested.
But why did you decide to become a psychologist? Psychologist? And whose idea was it? Привет.
So in Chicago, there's a lot of issues with police officers, and how police officers hurt a lot of people that are black and brown, compared to people that are white. So I used to, in university, protest a lot. We do a lot of different protests with a lot of different people about police officers, hosting events, helping people understand about their rights. And I just wanted to do more. So I wanted to research what exactly is happening. And so that's why I wanted to look at different police policies and just how people interact with police. Yeah. I don't know what else.
Thank you so much. That's enough for 1 year for my pupils to listen and try to understand. But it's really useful.
Hopefully I was slow talking.
Yes, thank you very much. You have done your best. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Shall we go down?
Let's go.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Did you